Your origins, no matter how humble or challenging, are not a limitation. They are the soil from which your greatness can grow. Too often we look at where we come from and see only barriers, only deficits, only reasons to stay small. But let me tell you something, there is immense power in starting from the ground up. A seed cannot grow unless it is planted, and sometimes that planting feels like being buried. But what looks like an ending is actually the beginning of something extraordinary. Think about the stories of those who have risen to greatness. Rarely do they start with privilege, ease, or comfort. Instead, they start in obscurity with nothing but a dream, a desire, or even just the sheer will to survive. Those beginnings are not weaknesses, they are the very foundation of resilience. When you face struggle, when you've lived through lack, you develop an edge that cannot be taught. You learn to innovate, to persevere, and to make something out of nothing. That is the gift of a humble beginning. Your origins are your story. They are the chapters that define your grit, your determination, and your courage. Too often, people hide their past, ashamed of where they've been or how they started. But let me tell you, the very thing you're tempted to hide is often the thing that will inspire others. The cracks in your foundation are where the light gets in. The struggles you've endured, the obstacles you've overcome, they are not stains on your character, they are badges of honor. Imagine a great work of art, a masterpiece hanging in a gallery. What makes it valuable isn't just the beauty of the final image, but the story behind its creation. The struggles of the artist, the years of trial and error, the countless revisions, that is what gives it depth, meaning, and value. In the same way, your journey, your origins are what make you uniquely qualified to achieve greatness. Do not dismiss where you come from. There is wisdom in those early days, strength in those hard times, and lessons in those struggles. Your past has shaped you into someone who knows how to survive, how to adapt, and how to fight for what you believe in. And those skills will carry you further than any easy beginning ever could. So instead of looking at your origins as a disadvantage, see them as the roots of a powerful tree. They may be buried deep, unseen by others, but they are what anchor you when the storms of life come. They are what nourish your growth and give you the strength to rise higher than you ever thought possible. Purpose is the driving force behind every meaningful achievement in life. It's the spark that lights the fire within you, the compass that guides you when everything else feels uncertain. Without purpose, even the grandest successes can feel hollow, and even the smallest challenges can seem insurmountable. But with purpose, clear, unwavering purpose, you can transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Purpose gives you clarity. When you understand your why, the noise of the world fades and your path becomes clear. It's like stepping into a room filled with chaos and finding a single light that shows you the way forward. That light, your purpose, has the power to cut through confusion and help you focus on what truly matters. You no longer waste energy chasing every fleeting distraction or listening to every doubting voice. Instead, you move with intention, knowing that every step is aligned with a greater mission. But purpose is not always something you stumble upon in a moment of clarity. Often it reveals itself slowly through trials and challenges, through the moments that test your strength and your resolve. Purpose is born from the experiences that shape you, the struggles that refine you, and the dreams that refuse to let you go. It's not about finding purpose in some grand external revelation. It's about discovering what stirs your soul and gives your life meaning. When you are aligned with your purpose, your actions take on a different energy. Tasks that once felt tedious become meaningful. Sacrifices that once seemed unbearable become necessary steps toward your goal. You stop looking for shortcuts because you understand that the journey is as important as the destination. Purpose transforms work into passion and effort into joy. Purpose is also a source of resilience. When life knocks you down, as it inevitably will, purpose is what helps you get back up. It's the anchor that keeps you steady in the storm. When you face rejection, failure, or disappointment, it's your purpose that reminds you why you started and why you must keep going. Without purpose, setbacks can feel like the end of the road, but with purpose, they become lessons, tools that sharpen your skills and strengthen your character. Purpose is deeply personal. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's journey or follow anyone else's timeline. Your purpose is yours alone, tied to your unique gifts, passions, and experiences. It's not about chasing what the world tells you is important. It's about pursuing what you know in your heart to be right. Purpose gives you permission to be authentic, to live in alignment with your values, and to pursue a life that feels true to who you are. And here's the thing about purpose, it's not always easy. It will challenge you, stretch you, and push you beyond your comfort zone. But it will also fulfill you in ways nothing else can. Purpose is not about avoiding discomfort, it's about embracing it, knowing that every challenge brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, about moving forward with the conviction that your life has meaning and your actions have impact. Purpose connects you to something greater than yourself. It reminds you that your life is not just about existing, but about contributing. It's about leaving a legacy, no matter how big or small, that says, I was here and I made a difference. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. Your purpose is your power. It is the fuel that keeps you going, the vision that keeps you inspired, and the force that propels you toward greatness. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it is also one of the greatest tools for growth and transformation. When challenges arise, they have the power to either break you or build you, but the choice lies in how you respond. Every obstacle you face holds within it the seeds of your greatest strength, if you are willing to see it that way. Adversity forces you to confront your limits, to push past what you thought you were capable of, and to tap into a resilience you might not even realize you possess. It strips away comfort and complacency, exposing the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. In those moments of struggle, you are given the opportunity to redefine yourself not as a victim of circumstance, but as a conqueror of challenges. Think about the strongest, most inspiring people you know. Their strength did not come from ease or luxury. It was forged in the fire of adversity. It was shaped by the times they were knocked down and chose to rise again. They didn't avoid the storms of life. They walked straight into them and emerged stronger on the other side. Adversity teaches you lessons that success cannot. It forces you to innovate, to adapt, and to grow. When everything is going smoothly, it's easy to become stagnant, to settle for what is familiar. But when adversity strikes, it disrupts your routine and challenges your assumptions. It pushes you to think creatively, to find solutions where none seem to exist, and to discover strengths you didn't know you had. Adversity also reveals your character. It's easy to stay positive and motivated when life is easy, but who are you when things get tough? Who are you when the plan falls apart? When the support you were counting on disappears? Or when the goal feels out of reach? Adversity doesn't just test you, it shapes you. It chisels away the parts of you that no longer serve you and leaves behind a stronger, more determined version of yourself. But transforming adversity into strength doesn't happen automatically. It requires a shift in perspective. You have to stop seeing challenges as roadblocks and start viewing them as opportunities. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, every failure a stepping stone to success. It's not about avoiding pain or difficulty, it's about using them as tools for growth. Adversity is a great teacher, but it is also a mirror. It shows you where your true strengths lie and where you need to grow. It humbles you, reminding you that you don't have all the answers, but it also empowers you, proving that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. And let's not forget that adversity is temporary. No storm lasts forever, but the lessons it teaches and the strength it builds are lasting. When you endure hardship and come out the other side, you carry with you a newfound confidence, a quiet, unshakable belief in your ability to overcome. That belief becomes a foundation for future success, a reminder that if you conquered adversity once, you can do it again. Adversity also connects you to others. It reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. Every person you admire, every success story you hear is rooted in someone who faced challenges and refused to give up. When you transform your adversity into strength, you not only inspire yourself, you inspire those around you to rise above their own challenges. Life will throw you curveballs. It will test you, stretch you, and sometimes even knock you to your knees. But those moments of struggle are not the end of the story, they are the beginning of a new chapter. Adversity is the birthplace of resilience, courage, and determination. It is where you find out who you truly are and what you are truly capable of. The first step is often the hardest one to take. It's the moment when you face the weight of uncertainty, the fear of failure, and the voice inside your head questioning if you're ready, if you're capable, if you're enough. But here's the truth, nothing extraordinary has ever been achieved without someone daring to take that first step. It is the moment where dreams transition from ideas to actions, where potential begins to transform into reality. Too often, we find ourselves paralyzed by the thought of everything that lies ahead. We overthink every detail, every possibility, every what if I fail? What if I'm not prepared? What if the road is harder than I imagined? These questions keep us stuck in place, staring at the starting line instead of crossing it. But the journey to greatness doesn't begin with knowing all the answers. It begins with a single act of courage. Taking the first step is not about having everything figured out. It's about trusting that the path will reveal itself as you move forward. You don't need to see the entire staircase to climb it. You just need to put one foot in front of the other. Each small step builds momentum, and with every move, you gain clarity, confidence, and strength. The first step is a declaration. It's saying to yourself and to the world, I'm ready to try. It's acknowledging that you might stumble, that you might not have all the resources or knowledge yet, but you are willing to begin anyway. There's power in that willingness. There's bravery in choosing action over hesitation, progress over perfection. Think about all the people who have accomplished great things. None of them started with the complete picture of how they would succeed. They started with what they had, an idea, a vision, a passion, and they took the first step, even when the path ahead was uncertain. Every book ever written began with one word. Every business empire started with one decision. Every journey toward greatness began with one bold step into the unknown. Taking the first step also challenges the perfectionist within us. We often wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect version of ourselves to emerge. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it only delays your progress. The truth is, the best way to learn, grow, and improve is by doing. The first step may not be perfect, it rarely is, but it's necessary. Every mistake you make, every misstep you take is a valuable lesson that brings you closer to your goal. There's a vulnerability in taking the first step because it requires you to let go of the familiar and embrace the unknown. But there is also a unique freedom in it. It's the moment where you stop being bound by fear and start moving toward possibility. You're no longer just a dreamer, you're a doer. That shift, that action is where transformation begins. Taking the first step doesn't have to be monumental. It could be as simple as making a phone call, writing an email, or setting aside time to work on your goal. Small actions, when taken consistently, compound over time and lead to massive results. What feels like a small step today could be the foundation for something extraordinary tomorrow. And yes, the first step often comes with challenges. You might feel resistance from within yourself or from those around you. Doubts might creep in. The path may not be as smooth as you hoped. But every step you take strengthens your resolve. With each move forward, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are resourceful, and that you are determined. Taking the first step is an act of faith, not just faith in the journey, but faith in yourself. It's believing that you are worthy of the goals you've set and the dreams you've envisioned. It's trusting that you already have what it takes to begin, and that whatever you lack, you will acquire along the way. It's understanding that the only way to grow, to learn, and to succeed is by starting. Within each of us lies a hero waiting to be awakened. This hero is not defined by capes or superpowers, but by the strength, courage, and resilience that reside deep within our souls. The hero within you is the version of yourself that rises to challenges, overcomes adversity, and dares to dream beyond what seems possible. Yet too often this hero remains dormant, buried under self-doubt, fear, and the pressures of everyday life. To unleash your inner hero is to embrace the extraordinary potential that is already inside you. Heroes are not born, they are forged. They are shaped by the trials they endure, the battles they fight, and the decisions they make when faced with uncertainty. Your hero doesn't emerge in the absence of difficulty, it emerges in the midst of it. Every obstacle you encounter, every hardship you face is an opportunity for your inner hero to step forward. These moments don't diminish you, they define you. Unleashing your inner hero begins with a mindset shift. You must stop looking at yourself as ordinary or limited and start recognizing the power and potential that are uniquely yours. It's easy to admire heroes from afar, thinking they possess something you don't. But the truth is, the qualities that make a hero, courage, determination, empathy, and perseverance, are already within you. The difference lies in your willingness to activate them, to let them guide your actions and decisions. The journey to unleashing your inner hero requires self-awareness. You must take an honest look at who you are, what you value, and what you're capable of. Heroes are not perfect, they are human. They make mistakes, face fears, and experience doubt. But what sets them apart is their ability to move forward despite these imperfections. They understand that growth comes from action, not from waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect version of themselves. inner hero thrives when you step out of your comfort zone. Growth and greatness do not occur where things are safe and predictable. They happen when you dare to challenge yourself, to take risks, and to pursue the dreams that scare you. The hero within you craves adventure, not necessarily in the form of grand exploits, but in the pursuit of purpose, passion, and meaning. Every time you push beyond your limits, you awaken more of your heroic potential. Unleashing your inner hero also requires a commitment to resilience. Heroes face setbacks and failures just like everyone else. What sets them apart is their refusal to give up. They view failures not as final, but as feedback lessons that guide them towards success. Your inner hero is not defeated by challenges, it is strengthened by them. Every time you rise after a fall, every time you try and you try again despite disappointment, you are tapping into your heroic spirit. But the hero within you is not just about personal success, it is also about serving others. True heroes understand that their strength and gifts are meant to make a difference in the world. They use their courage to stand up for what is right, their determination to fight for what matters, and their empathy to uplift those around them. Unleashing your inner hero means recognizing that your journey is not just about you, it's about the impact you can have on others. To unleash your inner hero, you must also confront fear. Fear is one of the greatest barriers to your potential, but it is not as powerful as it seems. Fear thrives on inaction, on the stories we tell ourselves about what might go wrong. But when you face fear head on, you discover that it loses its grip. Your inner hero is not fearless, it is courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to act despite it. Your inner hero is also fueled by belief in your purpose, belief in your abilities, and belief in your worth. Too often we wait for external validation to tell us we're ready or capable. But your inner hero doesn't need permission. It doesn't wait for the world to acknowledge its potential. It steps forward boldly, knowing that its worth is inherent. When you believe in yourself, you give your inner hero the strength to rise. Finally, unleashing your inner hero requires persistence. Heroes are not made overnight. The process is gradual, requiring consistent effort, faith, and determination. There will be days when the path feels unclear, when progress seems slow, and when doubt threatens to take over. But every small step you take, every act of courage, every moment of perseverance brings you closer to becoming the hero you were meant to be. As you stand on the threshold of unlocking your true potential, remember that everything you need to succeed is already within you. The hero you've been searching for, the strength you've been waiting to find, and the courage you've been hoping to muster, they are all part of who you are. Your journey may not always be easy, and the road ahead may be filled with challenges, but within every challenge lies the opportunity to grow, to rise, and to shine. So embrace your origins, for they are the foundation of your strength. Let your purpose guide you, for it is the compass that will keep you on track. Turn every adversity into a stepping stone, knowing that each obstacle brings you closer to greatness. Take that first step, even if it feels small or uncertain, because it is the beginning of transformation. And finally, unleash your inner hero, stepping boldly into the life you were meant to live. Your story is still being written, and the power to shape it lies in your hands. Dare to dream, dare to act, and dare to believe in the incredible potential that resides within you. From zero to hero is not just a journey, it's a decision. Make that decision today and watch as your life transforms into something extraordinary.